Hi, guys. I don't have my earbuds. Can you wait for me? Can you wait for me? Can you be patient with me so I can go get my earbuds? Excusez-moi. Excusez-moi. I could take you with me, couldn't I? I'm still here. We've got the earbuds. We've got the earbuds. Do you guys just hate when your earbuds connect to your phone instead of where you wanted to connect? It's like, Apple, I just want you to read my mind and connect where I want you to connect. Let's see if it's going to connect to my laptop. Is it going to connect to my laptop? Yes. All right. We're in business, guys. Thank you so much for being here. I was going to say so freaking much, but yeah, we can say so freaking much. If you are new here, my name is Arica Angelo. I have been a dating and relationship expert for going on 13 years now. Long time. Long time. We love you long time. Yes, been here for a while. And if you're new to this channel, you're like, why is this girl giving advice in her lingerie? Why not? If you are new to my channel and you see I talk a lot about sex, a lot. And so, yeah, I basically help you become the kind of man that women can't resist. Wow. Say it with me. Not losing yourself or her. Because I've seen too many, you're like, why is that your tagline, Erica? Because I've seen too many men. Oh, you can see my deodorant. That's so gross. Excuse me. I've seen so many men get so excited about like getting a woman that they completely lose themselves in the process. And I'm like, no. You don't want to lose her, but you sure don't want to lose yourself either, you know? So thank you for being here. If you've not hit the thumbs up, what the hell are you waiting for? Hit that thumbs up, baby. So with all of that, we are going to jump right in here. Ninja Wolf, my man. I know, let me put these on to help a sister out with her eyesight. I know married women wear wedding rings. Some women don't wear wedding rings. But the problem is they have boyfriends. Should I ask her a question like, are you available or non-available? I have a better question for you, Ninja Wolf. Are you ready for this? Are you available for me to flirt with you? Yes or no? And just leave it there and see what she does with it. I think that's freaking brilliant. Ask her that, Ninja Wolf. Flip the script. Ronald Summers, thank you for being here. He says, hi, Erica. I've been catching up on a lot of your other posts on YouTube and have been enjoying all of them. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for going through my videos and watching them. That means the world to me. I really appreciate it. I hope that you're getting a hold of some really powerful advice that you can take to transform your life with. That is my heart, is that my advice is practical and tangible enough for you to implement into your life right away and start seeing those results. Chris Lester says, hi, Erica. I love your facial expressions on your YouTube pictures. They're so funny. They have been a little bit more subdued lately because I did a photo shoot for my Instagram and I've been using those pictures on my thumbnails. But yeah, they've been a little bit more like professional, but I think the other ones are so much more fun. No, like they're great. Thank you, Cole. He says, I agree. All right, Daniel Millsap says, I have a question. Do women want a man who is a gentleman, who put her first, or who is more of a bad boy? You know, I think at the end of the day, like, you know, I think there's a lot of confusion around what a bad boy is. And so I feel like we've found better language for the archetype of man that women really desire, which is more of like the alpha male and what I like to call the emotional warrior, which is the alpha male who does life from his heart. Here's the thing. When a man puts a woman above, he just kind of puts her on a pedestal and he doesn't put himself and his priorities first, the woman feels like that's too much pressure on her. That's too much weight. That's too much responsibility. That is a role that she's not designed to play. That's why women ultimately feel more excited about a man who's on a mission, who has purpose, who has something that he's accomplishing. And he says, you're coming with me, but she is not the mission. You get what I'm saying? He has his own thing. He has his own mission. This is why I think it's very important for every man to have some sort of vision for his life. If you ask me, Arica, what's your vision? I want to be the Tony Robbins of intimacy. I want to travel the world. I want to pack out massive conferences, helping people be empowered to connect back with their hearts, to be open to receive love, removing every barrier that hinders them from being able to receive love. I want to have that kind of career. I want to live in between France, and I want to live in between Bali, and I want to go between the two. There are other things that I want to do in terms of helping children who have been abandoned, who are orphaned, and creating schools for these children. I mean, there's so much in my heart. This is my vision. And so it's when a person has that kind of vision, they're so attractive. And so the nice guy, the friend zone guy, tends to make his woman the vision, and she feels that energy. There's an energy like this is all on me, and that's not what she wants. He goes, here's my vision, and I want you to be a part of my vision. So I hope that helps. But I think when we say a bad boy, the way I interpret a bad boy is a guy who's just selfish and he doesn't give a shit about anybody, and he walks over women. He walks all over their emotions. He walks all over their hearts. No woman in her right mind is signing up for that guy. And the only woman who gravitates towards that guy is a woman who has some unresolved trauma that she is trying to heal by facing that same demon. Not saying the guy's a demon, but that same demon, that same trauma, and she's trying to heal it in herself, whether she's conscious of it or not. But no one in their right mind goes, I want someone who is going to treat me like shit. That, unless you're severely broken, no one wants that. Okay. So I think there's a bit of a misnomer in terms of what a bad boy actually is. Derek Tigler, tonight is my birthday, turning 52. The woman that I am dating is treating me to an overnight date week as a belated birthday gift, dinner, live music, drinks, and a hotel room. Glad to be dating. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Derek Tigler. God's blessings on you. Happy birthday, baby. It sounds like you got you a good woman who not only knows how to be treated, but she knows how to treat the man in her life. That is a woman of value. All right, Ronald Summers again. I have been a gentleman all my life and found my wife when she was 18 and I was 23. We've been married now for 46 years. That is beautiful, and that is a testament of love. I'm sure you guys have ample stories of how you've made your relationship work. And it just jumped to the next one. Where was it at? Okay. Oh, Colin from Somerset, West South Africa. Thank you for being here. Kaylin says, hello, my precious daughter. Oh, that's so kind of you. Cole is from Kansas. Hello. Scott Mace is from California. Chris Huddleston. Hello, Arica. How are you? Well, I'm feeling great, and I have to say that this full moon, which you guys, if you're in America, you're gonna get it tonight. That shit was intense. I'm still feeling it. I'm gonna do some breath work later on today to work through that. It was brought up some deep shit. Kaylin says, question: women look down when blushing. What is the significance of turning her head to? That is true. We can look down when we're a bit bashful. I find myself doing it when I do beach walks. I don't know why. Like if I see a man looking directly at me, I sometimes get a little nervous and I just kind of put my head down and go, keep walking, keep walking. I don't know why we do that. Sometimes it's just someone piercing at you and it's like, I don't know if I want to handle that energy right now. Turning the head. Well, turning the head can also be like a dismissal. You know, I when you don't want to look at someone, it's kind of like, I don't want to deal with that. So I think that turning the head can sometimes be a form of dismissing. Now, obviously, everyone's different. Everyone has different body mannerisms, but that could be it. And Nick Jean says, "Cause she's sexy and she can." Chris, thank you for your compliment. Ransom McKizzit says, "What's up, Arica? Don't mean to be a Debbie Downer, but did you hear about the shooting here in San Jose?" I did. A friend of mine who's in the States just posted about that. I didn't read the full story, but my heart goes out to anyone who was impacted by that. And yeah, the choices that people choose to make sometimes flabbergast me, and the consequences that come with those choices, the other lives that are impacted. You know, I've shared with you guys my life was my family's life, my life, and my sister's life was impacted because of a drunk driver. It's like just some of the choices we make, we really have to become more conscious as human beings and more aware of our actions because it really can devastate people's lives. Joe Bird says, "My question is a turn off if you talk sex all the time to a woman." Yeah, I've done a video about this. Yeah, Joe, it is a bit of a turn off because at the end of the day, like, yes, women are very sexual beings, but we're also beings with spirits and souls and minds. And so if you're not speaking to all spectrums of who she is, it's just like overkill. It's the same way if a guy was talking to a woman just about spirituality, but he never brought sexual energy into the equation. Yeah, it just becomes way too much. So you want to talk to all spectrums of who she is and not just be singular on one, because like anything, it just becomes a bit weighty after a while. Mr. Lost for Now, he says, "Is marriage still relevant?" I wholeheartedly believe that marriage is still relevant. Wholeheartedly. I think that there are some people who don't value it anymore, but I think some of the greatest, I believe, this is just my thought system, but you know, one of the most beautiful purposes in life is to find that loving person that you choose to do life with. That in itself is stunning. Chris, yes, not losing yourself or her. Oh, I love this. Roads are optional says, "I'm all showered up and ready for you, babe. What kind of cologne you wearing for me, man? Got your favorite wine? Ooh, from Random Lake, Wisconsin. Thank you for being here." Chris says, "Yes, we like sex a lot. So do women." Brian Hardman. Oh, I love my Brian, my boo-boo. He says, "Almost to 100K. Let's party." Yes, guys, we should think of, like, I should do a poll on YouTube. Like, what are some ideas that we should do to like celebrate the 100K? Because it is such a huge benchmark. The Jerry Bruce, you're so beautiful. Thank you so much. Al Moses says, "Made it, Arica. How are you?" I'm good, my darling. I'm super grateful to have you here. Mark Wheeler says, "I've been talking, texting, emailing. We were talking about sex, but she stopped because her job breeds it." Well, that could be a problem. We've been talking since 2011. I can't repeat what you said, but get on it, my man. Get on it. You know, make it happen. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Mukingami, cool name. Arica, your jewelry is awesome. Thank you. This is it's one of my favorite pieces of jewelry, my Coco Chanel bracelet. There's a whole story behind it. I really love Coco Chanel, the woman. What a fascinating woman. What's priority for dating rich man or confident enough guy? You know, I think at the end of the day, like, there's an element of all of us as human beings that want to be rich, because it's not because of just the money itself, it's what the money provides, right? Money provides freedom. Like if you want to travel and see the world, guess what that takes? Money. If you want to, have nice experiences, go to nice restaurants, things like that, it takes money. But at the end of the day, when a guy is confident, you can have a very wealthy man, but if he's insecure, it creates a lot of emotional uh, drama. And so at the end of the day, like, we all want just peace, right? We want peace. We want to be able to enjoy and celebrate life. And so I would say that with a confident man, that he's going to be more ready for that. Whereas if a guy's just rich, but he hasn't done any inner work, it might be fun for a little bit, but then because of his emotional baggage, it becomes exhausting. Okay. Mark says, meant her after she ended a 3 or longer relationship. Do I still go after her? I need more context to that one, darling. Chris says, how many times should you compliment a woman? Is there such a thing to compliment a woman too much, or are you putting her on a pedestal? That's a great question. You guys ask great questions. So basically, when it comes from a very sincere place, a woman can feel that. When it comes from this sense of neediness of like, I need to say this to like keep saying this, it always comes from the posture. What posture? Where is the intent? Here's a better way for me to express this to you. Where is the intent coming from? Because if the intent is just pure joy and enjoyment, she will be able to receive that. But if it comes from a place of neediness or trying to keep her happy or anything like that, she's going to feel that energy and she's not going to be able to receive that compliment. So it's not an issue of too many times or not. It's where the intention, where it is actually coming from, because a woman will feel that energy on a subconscious or even on a conscious level. All right, next question. Scrolling. Thank you, Michael. He says, well said, Arica. Thank you. Katumba Ronald says, hello, I need help, please. I have a girlfriend whom we are planted, set a house together and move, but she just changed from the person I'm used to, and she takes me for granted. It's time that you have a very challenging conversation with her and say, listen, I'm not comfortable with us moving forward with this house, with how you're treating me. So let's just have an honest conversation here. The way that you're treating me is unacceptable. So either we start changing this, or I'm not going to stick around for this, because at the end of the day, I'm not a doormat. So whatever's going on inside of you, it would be really wonderful if you could start working through that and not take that out on me. That was a lot that I said. So make sure that you come back to this video. It's around the 17, 18 minute mark, and write that down. But you need to have a very honest, stern conversation with this gal. Chris says, great singing job, Arica. Thank you, babe. Alamo Prepper says, Texas greetings. What you think about constantly negative women? I'm upbeat, always find these chicks laughing out loud. Alamo, you might have a need to fix women. Some guys are wired from this. Some guys come up in households where, they were responsible for their parents' emotions. They were responsible for what was going on. The parents put too much pressure on them. And so they feel this innate need to fix people. So if you're a very positive person, innately what should happen is that you should be attracting people who are on the same frequency as you, right? Same vibration. But when we don't, and we attract the opposite, oftentimes that is something from our subconscious that's saying this part of your heart needs some resolve. We need to reclaim this part of your heart. So it could be some old programming playing itself out and manifesting in the type of people that you're attracting, such as very negative women. Yeah, Derek, exciting about your overnight date. That is wonderful. Let's see. The Jerry Bruce says, I've been watching all your videos. Great information and inspiration. Love your stuff. Wow, that's so wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing that with me. I really appreciate that. Shane Pimpachan says, love the moon, my goddess. Oh, you sweet angel. Patrick Bear says, hey, I tuned in late. What were you saying about love me long time from the beginning? I don't remember what I was saying. I'm so sorry. Hello, Mr. Gabelli. Thank you, darling. Oh, wow. Kalen, thank you so much for this. He says, of all the relationship advertisers, you are the most true, Miss Arica. Thank you so much. That means the world to me. I want my heart to always shine through my advice and my love for men, my love for people, along with applying practical, tangible wisdom that brings actionable change into people's lives. So that means so much to me. Thank you. Chris says, forget the drama in the world. We are here to become emotional warriors. That's what's up. That's what's up. It's so funny. Sometimes I get comments on my phone, YouTube comments, and I always read them from like my own voice, and it's really entertaining. Cole says, speaking of the full moon, I actually woke up this morning on my 39th birthday for the eclipse. Happy birthday, my darling. Been looking forward to that for a couple years. Yeah, this moon was pretty intense. It definitely brought up some stuff for sure. And then I woke up at like 3 in the morning and I was like, whoa, felt like I was kind of a bit wobbly. Okay, next question. Okay, came in. This is really good. Great question. Why do some women express their feelings when they're drunk or have alcohol in their system? For example, a woman told me she loves me, but I am not sure if I should believe her. Because at the end of the day, most of us are a bit inhibited. We put walls around our hearts. We put walls around our emotion, and then when we have alcohol, it kind of disarms us, and all those walls that we've put around ourselves and stories that we've told ourselves of, I shouldn't say this, I shouldn't say that, all of those sort of go away with alcohol. We kind of are out of control with it. So that's why, and I don't think it's just women, I think it's people. I think sometimes when people have had too much alcohol, they go against their so-called better judgment and really express what's going on inside. Bill Maybe, hi Arica, this girl that I really like said she wanted to hang out with me, but when I texted her, she didn't respond at all. Should I keep pursuing or leave it be? I would definitely leave it be and give her a couple of weeks, because that's a bit rude on her end, but we never know what's gone on in someone's life. So with that being said, give her a couple of weeks and then circle back around and say, hey, but have a planned activity lined up. Hey, I have this planned. Are you up for doing this? You in or you out? Let me know. And Al Moses says, I want to tell a love interest, hey, I treasure our friendship and respect you as an artist. We're both artists, but lately I've been developing feelings for you and want to take you out. Thoughts? I think that's a very straightforward way of getting to the point. And you know what? If that resonates with you, that's a great thing. One thing that you can also say is, I treasure our friendship and respect you as an artist. But I feel like I am intrigued to discover more of a relationship with you and would love to take you out to dinner to experience more of you. That could be another way to say that as well. Irvin, greetings from Los Angeles. Hello, send LA a big kiss for me. Question, Arica, how do you want to be approached by a man? That's a really good thing to ask. I think at the end of the day, I appreciate a man's directness. It's nice when you're at a place and there's some flirty banter going on first, and then if the guy kind of turns it and becomes direct and goes, I'm just over here flirting with you, and I just want to take you out, right? That would be a really cool way to be approached. Chris says, thank you so much for the great advice, Arica. My pleasure. Ripped Up says, your hair is shorter than before. I know, I'm always trimming it. Always trimming it. It used to be really long and black. I miss those days. But now we're blonde and it is a little shorter. Okay. Abelardo's Mungia says, I have a prosthetic leg. How can I get a girl? Some tips. At the end of the day, I think that when we have a disability or we have something going on, we can really get in our head that is the one thing that's keeping us from meeting a person. And really, we have to create a reframe around that, Abelardo. And it is, what else, who am I as a person? What value do I provide? And leading with that. But when we have a disability or we have something in our life that we feel a bit insecure about, we tend to think that the rest of the world is judging us for that. And so what we end up doing is kind of creating that reality. And the truth is like, first understand like what value you bring. Is it your humor? Is it your intellect? Is it your ability to hold conversation? Find the things that you're good at and start leading with that when you talk to women. And if you feel a bit insecure about your leg, just wear pants initially, just so that you feel more comfortable and confident in yourself. Corey, that's a great question. You guys are asking such wonderful questions. Corey Geiger says, what is your take on more women wanting to be happily single? That's really interesting. I think it's more than just being single. I think that, I was just having this conversation this morning. It's the element of freedom. I think that, kind of society was pretty much set up like men can work and then they can have like their side piece of ass and they can do whatever they want because they're a man and they're paying the bills. I remember I used to hear a man say this, not to me, but to his wife. And he was like, you're not complaining when I'm providing money for you to go shopping. And like, that was a carte blanche for him to go do whatever the F he wanted. And so I think women, now that they're making their own money, they're experiencing the sense of freedom that women haven't felt in a long time. And I think it's more about that, because at the end of the day, when you're in a happy, loving relationship, that is such a fulfilling thing. But if a woman has had her freedom taken away from her and she's finally pushed her way through to get that freedom, that's essentially what she's saying. But if the right guy who came in who could really like embrace her freedom, but also love on her heart well, she's going to be more inclined to that kind of guy. And it jumped around again. This is quite funny. George V says, just had an idea for you. A spinoff from this show could be yoga and my lingerie. You don't have to answer right away. That's cheeky. That's really cheeky. I love it. Gary Kindred. Hi, Arica. Gary from Springfield, Illinois. I hope everyone has a great Memorial Day weekend, having cookouts, spending time with people that they enjoy being around. Absolutely. Chris says, Arica, is it okay to pursue a woman in the workplace? Obviously, like every company has different guidelines, so you don't want to lose your source of income over pursuing a woman unless you have money stored up somewhere else or you're making money somewhere else and you don't mind if you lose this job. So first you want to cover your ass with your paper, but it really depends on the company policy and what kind of risk you're willing to take. It's really up to you. Mr. Lost for now. Oh, that's a great question. Can anxiety and depression affect relationships? Absolutely. Absolutely. Because when one is anxious, which I've opened up with you guys about my journey with working through anxiety and CPTSD and these sort of things, it absolutely can. It absolutely can, because anxiety and depression make you go very inward. They can make you feel very alone and isolated. So you can either push your partner away, or you can demand a lot more of your partner, or so yeah, it absolutely can. And someone who really struggles with that, obviously needs to seek professional help, needs to find a therapist, and have someone kind of walk them through that journey, because at the end of the day, the partner can be supportive, but it's not their responsibility. It's that person's responsibility to get the appropriate help, to help guide them through it and create a safe container for them to voice and converse that out. Cole says, I love the music in the background. It's very relaxing. You're actually not supposed to be hearing that right now, which tells me my earbuds may not be working. I hope I don't get in trouble by YouTube for this one. Fingers crossed. Yeah, thanks for letting me know. It is super relaxing. I love coaching to music. I love doing this, but I'm not supposed to have it on my YouTube videos. Whoops. Are grounded men really more attractive to women than ungrounded men? Oh my God, yes. Absolutely. A grounded man is very attractive because he's like still waters, he's just like, she knows that she can count on him. She knows that she can feel safe with him, that it's not going to feel turbulent with this guy. Abso-freaking-lutely. Guys, listen, I so love you guys. I so value you. I'm so grateful that you guys are here. I'll tell you a quick little story before I sign off, which was, thank goodness, because sometimes you guys want to know about personal stuff about me, which I always like. It annoys me. Never mind. Should I talk about it? Yes, I should talk about it. It always annoys me, like when people become like influencers and they're like all they start talking about is their lives, and I'm like, they're not coming to you to hear about your life. They're coming to you because they want you to solve a problem in their life. But some people do get interested in personal life. So this is an interesting story that just happened to me. I was on a walk through the beach, and there are like rocks that you can walk over. And all of a sudden, you guys, my angels were with me yesterday. All of a sudden, this massive wave, and I haven't really processed it until like maybe I'm starting to process it today. I was just kind of like stunned yesterday. I was walking on the rocks, and the tide was pretty intense yesterday with the full moon and everything. And this massive wave just comes, and it's like, it comes and I literally saw it. It was just like in slow motion. It comes up and it just goes completely over me. And there's rocks on my right side and rocks on my left. And thank God, I don't know how this happened, but it was like I went through a slow fall. It was just like I was standing and then I got knocked on my butt, and it was just like boom, boom, boom. Thank God, I could have like smacked my head. The waves were so intense, they could have like pulled me and just dragged me through the rocks. And none of that happened. None of that happened. Instead, it was just like I just fell. If you can see, I got these scrapes on my arms, and that's really about it. Yeah, so I had my angels covering and protecting me, my mom would say, and my prayers. My mom's always praying for me. She's like, especially with you being out in Bali. So I have a strong praying mother, which shout out to praying moms, like thank God for them. But yeah, that could have been really nasty. And there were 3 deaths yesterday because of the waves here in Bali, 2 where I live and 1 in a town just down the road. So in all seriousness, I was very fortunate and very grateful that my angels and divine was supporting me. I mean, my name is Arica Angelo, which means leader. Erica's leader, and Angelo is messenger of God. So thank God I was protected, because that could have been really gnarly. So with that being said, let me turn it back to you. I just want you to know that you are supported, that there are, whether you are into spirituality or not, there's divine force guiding, protecting, loving you. I can't tell you how many clients have come to me and they're like, it's just my intuition that brought me to you. The divine is always working on your behalf. And so any of you who feel lost or alone right now, or whatever the case may be, just know that you're supported and there's so much love for you. And if you come to my channel, know that there is so much love from my heart that I carry inside from the divine that just pours out into you guys. And so just know that you're loved, know that you're supported, know that your needs are met, and that there is a beautiful life that awaits you if you so have the courage to go out there and find it. So thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you for your support. Thank you for those who have subscribed. It means the world to me. I can't believe we're almost at 100,000. So I'll have to write in my YouTube community, like how should we celebrate? I don't know. We'll see. But it's super exciting. So just thank you for being here. Thank you for your heart. Thank you for your great questions. I love you guys so much. And just reminding you guys that you have what it takes. You truly have what it takes. It's my joy and honor to help bring that out of you, and so that you can see it for yourself. All right, guys, you take care. And if you're just getting to the tail end of this, make sure that you watch this from the beginning. It was a really good one. The guys came out with some great questions today. So I love you guys, and I'll see you in my next video. And we also have some really good videos coming out on Monday. We have a video coming out called Do Women. Someone had commented and said, can you do a video on friends with benefits? I do read my comments. And so I am having a video on Monday about do women like friends with benefits? And then on Sunday, I have another video coming out with Sunday's video. Let's see. Let me just look at my YouTube really fast. What is Sunday's video? Is it a good one? Is it a good one? I don't know. Let's see. It's a good one. Let's just say this. Sunday's video that YouTube has a little bit of like, this isn't the most appropriate thing for her to be talking about, but we're going to let her talk about it anyway. So it's one of those videos. So I hope that you guys watch the Sunday and the Monday's videos, because they're both on the sexual side, which we do what we do. Okay. Well, guys, I love you. Have a wonderful weekend. Those in the States, have a fantastic Memorial Day. And thank you so much for just being here. You guys take care and be loved. Ciao.